how we do it on the Jeffrey Henderson Show. We're trying to keep this fresh and hot. Doing live radio and internet TV at the same time does have a challenge. You gotta really be on your game to do this. Howard Stern, you was on it, man. You was on it. Take my hat off to you, man. I don't know how you did it all those years, doing live radio and live TV at the same time, man. That's just beyond me. But you did it and you accomplished it. And so we're doing something similar to it. And we're excited about it, man, to be able to do two things at one time. So, sir, tell me about that interview process on that last movie that we just mentioned and talked about earlier. How was that for you?
Which interview was that, Jeff?
For that last movie that we just talked about, that you just was saying that you was in with Sizemore, Kevin Sizemore.
Oh, okay.
How was that process? What was that interview process like, man?
It was for me these days, most of them I have fun. I go in high energy. I expect to get the part. If I don't, then it's all good. But I've seen a gentleman that I've seen around for a while, and I know I respect him as an actor. His name escapes me right now, but you've seen him too. I think his last name is Singleton, but we're not talking about John Singleton. But he's a real big brother, and they wanted a big muscular brother for this particular part that was be similar to Sidney Poitier. And when I seen him come out of the audition, I was like, oh wow, okay, so this is who I'm up against. But I got it, so it's all good. You know what I mean? See, what happens is when you go for the larger roles, you got larger A-list celebrities to deal with. Absolutely.
You know, that's just bottom line.
That's the bottom line.
I've been there too, man. I got one in post-production right now.
Yeah.
The One-Nighter. Check me out. And yeah, it was a one-nighter.
Yeah.
Speed dating, man. Oh, let me stop. This is about you, not about
It's all good.
So understand what the process is, man. You got so many people that's auditioning for the same part.
Well, sometimes when it's really a quality part and it's coming from a circle, then it's not what they call a cattle call. But it'll be a few quality people. And that's why you have to always be on top of your game and your acting classes, always studying, always practicing, and that way you stay sharp.
How about the table read, man? Was that difficult?
No, the table read wasn't a problem. I mean, the role fit me. That's why when I read the sides, I totally wanted it. It fit me like a glove.
I bet he's looking at here, and he's asking me, how in the world did this dude know all the process of television, all the process of films? Man, I've been doing this for a long time, too, as well. That table read ain't no joke at some points. Because you got all these actors and actresses ain't no joke, man. They so proficient and efficient at what they do.
This is true.
Extemporaneously. They don't miss.
This is true.
You know what I mean? I am the great prognosticator, so I know these things ahead of time. Check it out. Look it up in the dictionary. That means to predict the future. Absolutely. I love that word. But yeah, man, getting back to that, it's just totally incredible on that process. And it is a circle. Hollywood is not a city, it's a town. You know what I mean? If you're in the circle, you're going places. So if you're out of the circle, you're not going anywhere.
Word.
I'm just telling you straight up, that's how it is. And I hope everybody's getting this. This is Jeffrey Henderson Show. Yeah, I said it. Yes, I did. Because that's how it is. You got to be in that inner circle. Once you get in that inner circle, it's sweet. They'll work you to death. And that's what this young man is experiencing, right?
That's true. Very true.
We're working you to death.
Very true. I'm loving it. The best is yet to come.
And you got these folks on the outside looking in and say, man, just give me one. Just give me one. One chance, and I'll just kill it. Just give me one chance. And those chances come far and in between, you know? But we all today are getting our chance. And want to thank the good Lord for that chance.
Yes.
Because without Him, none of this is possible.
That's right.
So we certainly appreciate that. Now, talk to me and tell me about how did it all get started for you? What made you want to go into acting? What made you want to go into films, commercials, and everything that you're doing currently right now?
This whole process is I would like to say is a guided process because I came here to do personal training, bodybuilding, and security. And a friend of mine, he and his wife was doing vegan style cooking, and they wanted me on the show to be the personal trainer, to say if you eat like this you'll look like Xango. So I took an acting class so that I would look right on the camera so I could get better clients to train. And that coach said to me, Xango, his name is Ruben Moreno. He said, I don't know what you want to do, but if you want to do acting, you have a career. And that was the beginning process. But coming here, I had met in Atlanta, Georgia, through one of my clients, Dr. William Richardson. Samuel L. Jackson's wife, Tanya, beautiful Tanya, was in his clinic. And she and I met, and she and I began to talk. And I wanted to know, how can I get into the circle in Hollywood to do personal training? And Tanya said, well, maybe you should go to stunt school in San Diego. You could do that. I said, you have a number. She gave me Billy Blanks, the great Tybo originator. She gave me his brother's number, Michael. And I called Michael. Michael said, come out here. I came out here. That was one side. But then a friend of mine, he and his wife had the vegan style food happening. So I went that route. Next thing you know, Ruben Moreno, my acting coach, was right. Because the first movie that I did, The Echo Game, was a feature film. And I hadn't had any practice at that time, but what Ruben Moreno taught me.
All right, let's talk about the training process. You know, you can't get a job without the training. You can't train without the job.
That's correct.
How do you get by that?
Oh, you can't. You have to. You got to train, and if you're going to get the job, and you're not, you say you're not going to get the job if you don't train. So you have to practice. You have to go to class. It's just unrealistic if you're not in an acting class, and sometimes you can't afford one. Then you and another friend need to go online on the computer and get some scripts and begin reading your scripts and practicing different scenes with one another until it becomes second nature to you to come and to go in and out of character. So that's the only way you can be ready when you're presented with that moment that you say you want. And you're not going to be ready if you haven't practiced for that moment.
Give me the experience when you did your first class and they told you to come up before the whole class and you had about 40 people in there. How was that experience, sir? I told you I'm the great pronunciator.
It was a little nervous. I was nervous.
You better believe it.
Because well, Ruben has a small class because therefore it's a lot of it's really quality.
Small class, how many?
Very small, like it was 8, maybe 10. But it's quantity as opposed to quality as opposed to the quantity.
That's right.
And Ruben's done over 300 films, going back with Lou Gossett and Bonanza and Death Valley Days. So he's very experienced and 76 years old. But I learned a lot from Ruben. And he's my teacher today. And whenever I'm not filming, I'm down in Valencia in the class with Ruben Stutter.
Absolutely, that is good. Ruben Stutter. Now, how?
Not Ruben Stutter. I'm saying Ruben Moreno, but Ruben Stutter. Speaking of him, yeah.
Okay.
What about Ruben?
I was just getting ready to get on Ruben, but that's
no.
all right.
Ruben is good. Ruben Stutter is cool.
Yeah.
He's
you got
good.
a chance to meet him?
Yeah, I trained Ruben Stutter. He's one of my clients in Alabama. On my way out here, I was getting ready to leave, and a friend of mine, again, the same vegan guy, Brother Dowdy, who said, hold tight, I'm headed down there, so I'm going to be cooking for Ruben. And so I told Ruben about you, so I want you'll be training Ruben if Ruben wants to work with you. So I got down and met Ruben, told him what I could do. He said, let's roll. So I trained Ruben for a couple of weeks in Alabama before he came out here and got with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, which is supposed to be for his last album. And Ruben did well. He did well for the amount of time that I had with him, but he was under contract under something else with American Idol. So he had to go with another trainer, but he wanted me to train him extensively, and that would have been better for him, I must say.
Absolutely.
Because Xango Fitness is what's up.
Xango Fitness is no joke at all. He trained me. I'm going to take this shirt off and show you what I'm talking about. I'm cut. Everyone's like, what?
We believe you.
No, but this man is fit. He is fit.
It's going down.
And that's going to be another show. You know what I mean? The next time he comes in, we're going to show you just how fit this gentleman is doing his thing. And it comes with eating right, too, as well, right?
You have to eat right.
Absolutely.
I tell that to most of my clients. Most of the ladies that I'm currently training, like Josie Goldberg, former Playboy model. She still is a Playboy model and reality star. And the beautiful Sandy, John Philippe from Haiti. These are full-figured women. And then Eugenia Everett, she's a celebrity hairstylist, Kanye West, and Minaj, and China. she's not full figured, but Josie and Sandy is full figured. And when you're like that, you're dealing with inches, because you love to eat. It's not an accident. We all love to eat, but they go together. You can't have one without the other. So you have to learn how to manipulate your eating habits. I won't say your diet, but where you eat, in order to get the desired results. Otherwise, it's like one step forward and two steps back, and that's like marking time or being in neutral, not going any place.
Absolutely. Well, yeah. We got about 2 more minutes for this interview. I want you to get out all your shout outs to your PR, all your shout outs to your websites or whatever else information, contact information that you might have that you want the world to know about.
Okay,
Go ahead at this time.
Yeah, my PR, Eugenia Wright. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her. Eugenia has worked wonders with my career from what I was doing. So you can find me at XangoHenry.com. That's XANGO Henry.com. And from there, it'll take you to my Facebook. It'll take you to my YouTube. It'll take you to my Twitter and my blog and everything else, my IMDb page. And a shout out to all my children, Kalila and Amira and Najim, Wahida, and Fuquan. And a shout out to all my loved ones, to Kim and Eve and my dude Terry and everybody. Everybody who's important to me. You all know who you are. You could never remember everybody. Phil Jones and everybody who has something to do with me getting to this point where I am and where I'm getting ready to go. But most importantly, the Most High, who is responsible for all of us, because none of this would be without the Most High. And to you, Brother Jeffrey, so I was glad to meet you when I met you, and I'm happy to be here, and you'll be seeing more of me as long as it's the will of the Most High.
Absolutely. Yeah. And we're definitely excited about you being here, and thank Eugenia Wright so much for making this happen.
My dad, John Henry, and my sisters, Denise and Janice, and my brothers, Raymond and Vincent, and all my nieces and nephews, all y'all, Jerome, all y'all, yeah.
We want to thank all of you guys for the success of this young man here.
Thank all of you. Thank you all.
Certainly appreciate it. So that's our show for today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Keep watching us. We working.